to Swarthmore and around the world, the road to the mid-season shutdown continues. This is Monsoon Live right here on YouTube. I'm your host, Jeffrey the Monsoon Machine Mysick, and welcome. We got a big show for you today. Obviously, as we are marching towards next month's shutdown, we're going to announce the actual date. We actually have that, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, let's talk about last week's show. I had mentioned on the broadcast about Danny Garcia versus Amir Khan. Now, I said that would be it'd be a cool fight, yada yada yada. Garcia would knock him out. We're like, oh, we're aiming for that. Well, the boxing world decided no. Danny has to get a new opponent because Amir Khan wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. Oh, really? I know we don't rant like this, which I'm about to, but let me put it this way. Amir Khan, you're a lamb being led to slaughter. You're going to meet God. Canelo Alvarez in all of his fights, except for one, which was the Floyd Mayweather fight, is a force to be reckoned with. Amir Khan's going to move up in weight. He's going to fight this guy. If you've never watched Alvarez, if you've never watched this guy, you need to. He's an amazing fighter. Defense, offense, amazing. The fact that Mayweather had a better defense and was like toying with him the whole fight says something. If Mayweather's the benchmark for defense, Alvarez is right there. And Alvarez is a puncher. So, sometime probably in May or June, we're going to have that fight. It is not going to be fun. I really am going to say this right now. You can mark it on your calendar. You can mark it on, we're recording this on the 7th. This is being broadcast on Sunday, February 7th. Amir Khan's going down by the 4th round, and it is going to be a bloody battle. It's not going to be pretty. So that is my rant about that. Now, moving on. We're going to talk a little bit about movies today. What does boxing, MMA, pro wrestling have to deal with movies? Minus WWE films a whole lot. This past week I was having dinner with a buddy of mine, and he was telling me, hey, came across everyone's Twitters, news feeds, all this stuff, news, that one of our former guests was going to be in a movie called The Whistler. And I'm like, okay, what's it about? And then, of course, I said, who's in it? Who was a guest on the show that would be here? And it was Blaine Shutt. He's starring in this movie, and from the way the pictures have looked to the plot, it looks really interesting. It's a movie. It's an independent film shot, I believe, right around here, and I want to see it because it just talks about a guy who there's a tragedy in his life, loses family, and then he goes overseas. When he comes back, he's dealing with post-traumatic stress syndrome, and that affects a lot of people in our country. And he's dealing with this, and then stuff goes wrong, and people are looking for him, and all he says, he can hear this voice. It looks amazing from the pictures. I have not seen a trailer of it. We're going to post the website on our YouTube and on our Facebook site as well. So we're going to stay tuned for that. Sometime in 2016, it'll come out. But it's got me thinking about all the wonderful MMA movies that we have. I can name two that might be good. One that was actually good just because of the music and all that, and that was called The Warrior, and it didn't star it starred two British actors playing American characters. It was a really good movie. If you've never seen it, check it out, The Warrior. Fantastic movie. There were some MMA fighters in there. There were low guys on there. You go from that kind of movie where if you're an MMA fighter, should you do movies? Yes and no. Yes, if the script's good. If the script's good and all you have to do is beat the guy up and lose or win, perfect. But if you have to act in it, no. Please, no. No way. No. Case in point, Tap Out. Really bad movie. I read the reviews. I won't even watch it. It had Silva in it. No. The Undisputed series. You know your movie's bad if it's on YouTube for free. And YouTube doesn't even take it down. Okay? That's bad. The Never Back Down series. The first one was good. Legitimately good. It felt like a new it was an MMA version of the Karate Kid. The second one, they added people into it. And a couple minor MMA fighters. And you're just like, they can't act. So, now I'm not saying the movie with Blaine's going to be bad. I think it looks good because if you need to catch the interview. When he was sitting next to me, I'm afraid he's going to kick my butt. He's that intimidation. And the way the movie's being portrayed, it plays on his emotions. It plays on that. That's a good movie. So, some of these movies tend to be really bad. Others end up like the WWE movies. Or even worse, the WCW never, what I like to call, Ready to Rumble. So, once we know that's coming out, the Whistler, we will advertise, we'll let you guys know, and hopefully maybe we can get maybe one or two of the cast members on the show again. Ask them about the movie, and you can submit your questions for that. So, that's my take. My view on it is, if you're an MMA fighter, stick with MMA. Unless the script is good. Majority of these movies are bad. Now, moving on. We haven't done this in a while. A closing thought. As most of you guys, as all of you know, we are on a journey. You guys are being part of a journey with me. It's my journey into the ring. And I'm nervous. I'm going to say it for the first time. I'm nervous about this. This is a huge undertaking. I am changing my entire lifestyle. From the way I eat, to the way I act, to the way I sleep, everything. Even this show has changed. Because of the changes I'm making in my personal life. Why am I saying all this? Why am I openly admitting, hey, I'm scared, I'm nervous? I got a good support system. I got folks in my life that love me, that care about me. And here's my thing for you today. If there is something in your life that you want to achieve, go for it. Make sure you have that support system. Make sure you know what you're getting into. At first, I didn't know what I was getting into with the boxing. Now I am, and I'm so glad. I'm healthier, as you can sort of tell. I'm losing weight, minus the haircut. I'm starting to look good, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. So whatever it is you're doing, go for it. Now, next week, we're not going to talk about movies. We're not going to talk about the local... We're not going to talk about the national stuff. We're going to talk about local boxing. There's a lot of stuff going on in the area, in the Philadelphia area, about boxing. We're going to follow that. Also, mark it on your calendar. Sunday, March 13th. We're shutting down for 2 weeks. Here's why. Easter's coming up. My birthday's coming up. I'm sorry, guys. I need a break. But we got a lot of cool stuff coming for you, including amazing interviews. We got an amazing interview coming up. And this guy here are going to put the gloves on in a special sparring match. You will not want to miss that. That's coming your way as well. But for now, for all of us here at Monsoon Live, we'll see you next week. As always, have a great week and keep it real. Later.